If you're a heat and air conditioning technician or even a salesperson, what's a lesson in mental toughness that you have to learn when it comes to sales and closing deals, and why does it matter? This is a fantastic question. I'm Scott Bell, coming to you live for HVAC Technician Sales Secrets on a perfect day to talk about sales and business and a fantastic day to talk about you. We are talking today about mental toughness. So here is what happens. You go to your sales call, you do everything you're supposed to do. For whatever reason, the deal doesn't close, and now you need to follow up. Well, as much automation as you can for this process, the easier it's going to be. So I would encourage you right now to figure out 7 text messages that you're going to write, 7 emails that you're going to write, 7 videos that you could shoot. Because here's the thing, you only have to do it once, and then you just make some slight modifications. And even today, there are AI tools like HeyGen that will do this for you. You just type in the script and it sends out everything. Or there's AI tools that do text-to-speech that will use your voice. And the reason I say it takes mental toughness to do this is because it's really easy to decide, hey, today I'd rather go to the beach. Or, hey, today I'd rather spend some time with my kids. Or, hey, I would rather, go to the movies. I don't know what you do. It takes mental toughness for you to build out your follow-up process. And I would highly encourage you to do this, right? My follow-up process includes a handwritten thank you card. My follow-up process includes a couple of text messages, a couple of gifts. My follow-up process includes a couple of videos. And, my follow-up process includes a couple of emails. But it's automated. I already know what I'm going to do. I already built the playbook. So it's not like I'm like, I know I need to follow up with the Smiths. I really do. I need to follow up with the Smiths. What do I do? 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 I don't know. All right, well, I'm not going to do it. It takes mental toughness to fight through what you don't know. It takes mental toughness and focus to go, hey, I really do need to have a strong follow-up game, okay? So here's what you do. Today, after this video is done, you put your phone on airplane mode, okay? And you figure out 7 text messages that you're going to follow up with. Hey, great to meet you and Mrs. Smith. As we develop this relationship, I look forward to meeting with you. You could put that into like a swipe on your phone. It could be a Word document. It could be a text message. And just get used to texting people. Get used to the follow-up. I, back in the day, would follow up on Tuesday nights at 6 o'clock. Okay? I, back in the day, probably left some money on the table by not following up soon enough. And I admit that. Okay? I screw up. I'm a human being. Right? We're not perfect. Now, I've got a better game. Now I've got a better way to do it. And this right here is why you should join my email publication, HVACTechSecrets.com. I'll give you the goods. Not in the Facebook group, not the YouTube channel, which means private coaching, private training, discounted coaching, discounted training. Really cool stuff that you can't get here on the YouTube or other channels. All right, so here's what you need to know. Mental toughness says, hey, I'm going to put all the work in up front so I don't have to worry about it later. I'm going to automate as much as possible. There are platforms that you could use. And it's inexpensive. It's like $11 a month for some of these. There's things like Twilio. There's things like Go High Level, or the real name of it is High Level. There's things that you can automate your process through emails. Like you just got to say, hey, is it all right if I send you an email and you opt into this, and the people say yes? Like, you're keeping in touch with them is as easy as you can. And the reason I say this takes mental toughness is most people never, ever follow up on the calls that they ran. And for me, I have to follow up. I'm not a 100% closer. I'm not, right? You would be like, hey, Scott, are you a 100% closer? And I go, yeah. You'd be like, nope, you're full of it. Right? So I would encourage you to get into a follow-up rhythm at a certain time every day, or on a certain day of the week. It's probably, like, if you pick like Tuesdays at 6 o'clock, it's probably too far. Right? I like to follow up at 7:30 a.m. Pacific time because, it's 10:30 Eastern time. It's it's 4:30 Hawaiian time. If somebody's out in Hawaii, I'm not following up at 7:30 in the morning with them. I will wait a couple hours and get a hold of them. Right? They're like, hey, bro, I'm still sleeping. You Lolo. So be aware. It takes mental toughness to do this because it's easy to say, I've got other things to do. Figure out your follow-up process right now. You'll be miles ahead. You got 1 of 3 things to do from here. Just 1 of 3. Find the subscribe button, click on it, and every time I send a video, you'll get an update. 2, hit follow. 3, you know what you got to do. Share this video with a friend. We'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.